Everybody, Michael here from Replica Airguns with another indoor field test shooting video. Today I have the ASG Action Army T-11 Sniper. This is the short pistol version. There is a rifle version with a full stock, a little bit longer barrel. But keep in mind the inner barrel on both of the rifle version and the pistol version is just under 12 inches. Even though they have claimed FPS, slightly different. One's 400, this would be 400 FPS. The longer rifle version is supposed to be about 430. I don't really understand why that would be. I would imagine the internal spring system should be the same. I would imagine with the same length barrel, the velocity should be relatively the same. So keep that in mind. I don't know what to expect with the rifle version because I don't have it here. So I'm just testing out the pistol version. Check out my tabletop video for this gun where I go over into specifications, all of that, talk more about that kind of stuff, show you the gun close up, doing the desktop review for you guys. So today we're going to focus on velocity. Again, 400 FPS is claimed for this version, not 430. We'll see I am using 0.28 gram Airsoft BBs, so they are a little heavier by 0.08 grams, slightly heavier. So I would say they're almost 30% heavier, just under maybe 25% heavier. So that should reflect slightly on the FPS. Let's just get this going here. Okay, so we will, I would expect somewhere in the high 300s, maybe not 400, but when I did shoot this, the target sighting it in. So I've got an optical scope that the gun doesn't come with. It doesn't come with any scope or any sighting system. There's no iron sights on it, so you're gonna have to do something in that regard. But it did seem to shoot pretty hard. One of the things that I noticed is you cannot point the barrel down after you've loaded a BB in the chamber or it will roll out. So I found that out pretty quick. All right, and you can't rest it on your shoulder, so accuracy may be slightly better with the rifle version, but we'll do the best we can here. I just want to get some velocities for you now. So 309. Again, remember, I would expect about 25% higher FPS with the lighter BBs. 333. A little hard to cock it like this, but we got to keep that barrel up. Duplicate, same FPS roughly. I don't know what that means there. I'm just going to reset this just in case. Okay, so we will average this out in a second here. Just want to make sure I get some good readings. I might throw away the high and the low one. We'll see. 334. So we're starting to get up into the 330s. 326. I could definitely see this gun hitting 400 with lighter grain BBs. 320. We'll do one more. 319. So 320 to 330, I would say, was kind of what we were averaging, other than that slower first one. Yeah, and that should reflect with the heavy grain BBs. That's what I would almost expect. I was maybe thinking a little higher. But we should get close to 400 with 0.20 gram Airsoft BBs for sure. All right, at this point, I'm going to set up a nice brand new paper target. We're going to try and get this as rested and as set up here as possible so that I can get a nice shot for you. I won't be able to put it on my shoulder, but I'll do my best to rest it here on the pad and try and get some nice shots. And it should be somewhere in the bullseye because I do have this, this sight all properly sighted in for you guys. Spent a little bit of time before I started rolling the camera. All right, let's do that right now. All right, I've got my target all set up, ready to find out what kind of accuracy we can get. We're gonna put about 10 rounds. I'm gonna try and count them off and get 10 rounds into this target. It will take a little bit because it is a bolt action. And yeah, so we should see what we're gonna get here. I did wanna mention, I didn't notice this when I did the tabletop review, but it is a double stack magazine. I noticed that after I loaded them up. Kind of cool. That's how they can get so many, I think it's 50 BBs in here. So that's pretty good. All right, let's start off and see if I can get this nice and rested and see if I can get 10 rounds into that bullseye. Just low. That might have been me, might have been the gun, I don't know. Let's see here. That one was weird. It didn't want to, yeah, let's not count that one. It wasn't going fast enough. I could hear the delay. That was better. So we're not going to count that second one. For some reason, it just didn't shoot right. You can hear the ones that are shooting and the delay is short, those are the ones I'm looking for here. Okay. I could raise this up a little bit, it looks like. I thought I had it more higher, but I was just kind of quickly getting this sighted in, just so it was close. I think that's 5. 6. 7. 8. That was a low one. We're going to do another one for that one. That's another one. It just didn't come out of the barrel. I have a feeling that if the gun's pointed down at all, the BBs want to kind of roll out of the barrel, which is kind of weird. Maybe the hop-up isn't adjusted enough. Hop-up should be grabbing those BBs, not letting them come out. That's what I would presume. So maybe a hop-up adjustment would be good. It does look to me like the hop-up, I can see it here, is all the way to the front. So maybe I should have put it in the middle. I'm going to just put one more through here real quick. I don't know how many that is. I want to take a quick look. Then I'm just going to adjust that hop-up. What I want to show you is watch this. See, a BB falls out of the barrel. So hop-up's not grabbing it. So that was the one that was really low. And then we had about 1.5 inch grouping here. With this gun, with the scope and everything, I would expect a little bit better. Just for fun, I'm going to move this hop-up back a little bit and see what that does. So this is now about in the middle position. First thing I'm going to check is, will a BB roll out? Haha. So that might be a good indicator here. Let's try this again here. Okay. Yes, so if BBs are rolling out of your barrel, then that means your hop-up is not adjusted enough. So it's not grabbing at all. So I'm going to aim for 2 rings above the bullseye and see what happens here. So it's shooting higher now with the hop-up. So the hop-up's making it spin a bit. We're getting the top ring, even though I'm 2 rings down. I'm right in the middle there. Okay. So I would need, I'm going to shoot at the very bottom. No, we'll just keep it. I'm going to shoot at the bullseye, so it will shoot a little higher. I just want to see where it's hitting. So it's hitting a little bit high now because of the hop-up adjustment. A little bit to the right for some reason. But in the zone there, so I could bring it down at this point if I wanted to with the sights. So there we go. We can see I'm getting a little grouping there with this hop-up adjusted. So I'm aiming at the same place I was aiming initially. Right dead center of the bullseye. Let's take a look. My camera just about coming out here. There we go. Make sure that's all in there. Okay, or my microphone, I should say. All right, so let's go over this again. So this is with the hop-up not really adjusted. I don't believe it was really working, to be honest, because when I would pull back the bolt and put the gun down a little bit, it would kind of, the BB would roll out of the barrel. So that's telling me that the hop-up wasn't even really engaging the BB. So the BB was free to flow out the barrel. What the hop-up does is it kind of creates a backspin. So the BB will sort of stick, especially with these blowback guns, the hop-up's right there when the BB goes in to the breech and it stops the BBs because they're chambered. Same thing with this gun. When you chamber around, it's in the barrel. If the hop-up isn't actually engaging it, it's just going to roll out of the barrel, and that's what was happening. With the hop-up, at least down to the half point, it was definitely engaging it, and it was putting backspin, causing the BB to come high a little bit, which is what hop-up will do. And if you don't have a gun with adjustable sights and it's shooting low and it does have a hop-up adjustment, that's just another way of adjusting it a little higher. So we were able to get from about here with a hop-up adjustment, even just half the way. We were shooting at this short range of 30 feet. We were able to get the BBs up about I would say a good 3 inches. So from the lowest to the lowest, highest to highest, it's about 3 inch raise at 30 feet, so an inch per 10 feet. So at further ranges, I would definitely want to sight this gun lower, like maybe even less hop up potentially, or the same hop up, but definitely adjust the sights lower. I did have to raise it up quite a bit when I was sighting this in initially. So that second grouping, again, about an inch and a half. For some reason, it was shooting a little to the right with the hop up adjusted, so I could adjust that with the scope. Nice gun. I was a little concerned that the BBs, when they were rolling out of there, that might not be a good thing, especially if you're perched up high and you're shooting down. That would definitely not be a good thing. But again, that was a hop up issue. So if that is happening, adjust your hop up a little bit more until it's snagging that BB. It's not letting it roll out of the barrel. Okay. Trigger's pretty good. It's not too heavy. It's not too light. I wouldn't mind slightly lighter, to be honest, with a bolt action sniper, but it's pretty decent. And this gun's nice and compact. Like I said in my tabletop video, if you're looking for something compact in a sniper rifle, this might just do it for you, because obviously you don't need a buttstock. It's not going to give a lot of kick because it is only an airsoft gun. That buttstock will help you shoulder rest it. Obviously, it'll be a little easier to to be more accurate with it. But anyways, at the end of the day, a nice gun. Check it out. If you're interested in the rifle version, we do have that one. We do have the pistol version in our Replica Airguns Canada store at replicaAirguns.ca. We also have our US store at replicaAirguns.us. We have different products in both stores. Not so much ASG in the US store, but a lot of ASG products in the Canada store. If you're interested in other products, air guns, BB guns, airsoft guns, pellet guns, blank guns, check out both of those stores, replicaAirguns.ca again for Canada, replicaAirguns.us for the US. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Until next time, take care.